enough to know that they're not trustworthy. But in our initial thinking, yeah.
I was gonna say, but if it was more of okay, so everything checked out, but yet we saw where they may have had a couple of salespeople that didn't that put out some material that wasn't quite in line with the requirements to be no exaggeration, no say they had a couple of those kind of things.
Yeah.
I think that's a different. I think that they would probably that wouldn't be like a end all in those kind of cases. I believe they would do some checking and communicating with them. I think if there really was a good vendor, I think there would have been some conversations at the top there and kind of figure out what may have happened.
Yeah. So your business unit would contact vendors directly sometimes if it was something that had more gray area than wanted on either side. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I think I was looking at it more strictly from like a compliance, like of what was reported kind of incorrectly versus just the negative, maybe some of the negative information that may be out there. Sense. So once you explain that, then
Yeah. And then I guess for what would help my team is just since we're not familiar with this tool, is maybe just asking some questions about the tool itself, just to have someone who's worked with it, just to hear like the best practices of working with it. So I guess the first one is like, what differentiates the Factiva tool from other negative news tools that you've used?
And like I think I said it in my to the GLG folks, is that I haven't really worked with much more than that, and then just kind of your basic searching, like the Googling and that kind of thing. So I really don't have a good baseline to compare. I mean, I believe it was intuitive. I mean, it was kind of like this was the system they had in place, so this is what I had to use. So it was kind of like I didn't really, I wasn't part of the onboarding of that system, so I didn't get a chance to like say, these things aren't
like
good.
Pros and cons of like this one, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And when you're using the tool, like as far as like most effective ways to use it, would that just be like searching the company name or searching specific like negative news searches that you would want to see if they popped up, like based on what the questionnaire said, or like what was the way that you used it?
I think the starting point was always for me the name of the company, yes, just to kind of see what kind of hits you got. And then if you kind of wanted, and just to kind of see if maybe that it's possible the company wasn't the lead subject of the story, but till then you can do some kind of just maybe some of the answers, some of the titles of the answers, kind of searching and just doing a lot of researching, kind of generalized. See if you get a hit. So maybe like driven by subject. I don't know.
Yeah.
Say it's I don't know, whatever kind of vendor it is, maybe that kind of work. You put that in and just to see if it even hits on. Are they known for reporting? Whatever it may be. Yeah.
It's sort of just like where your search leads you, and we've all Googled a million things, so it's like I understand why it's like hard to explain like a thought process of like what to Google next, because it's definitely just whatever you see, you're like, oh, that makes you want to look up this or this or whatever. Exactly.
You're kind of following the trail. Yeah.
The trail.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it could. I mean, you can spend a lot of time, or you got to cut yourself off at some point, I guess.
Yeah, right, because you can keep going down the rabbit hole until...
Right.
Yeah, there's always going to be more stuff to look at.